All right, welcome into the Daily Fix Friday edition, coming off of the final preseason game. Thank God for the Chiefs. It is over, and now, what are we, 13 days away from this thing kicking off against Baltimore? A huge, huge game as the Chiefs open up the season. But this is the Daily Fix presented by Foolish Club Media with your guy, Ron Hughley. You can see down there in the little box is Steve Serta, who is here every day. Steve apparently has never heard of hungry breath. As I told him, I said, I got that hungry breath. I haven't eaten yet today. And I can taste it. It's just one where you walk up on somebody and you start talking to them. You're like, "Ooh, you hungry? You need a piece of bread? Need a little applesauce?"
It smells. It's not just like that taste that you get when you're really hungry.
No, it don't smell like you ain't brushed your teeth or doo-doo. But it is the smell of like, "Oh boy, you need to get something to eat. You hungry? I can smell it." It's like it's one you'll know it if you run into it. I'll just not eat one day for you and just let you get a real taste of it. All right, ain't gonna hold you long as always, but we do got a few things to get to today, and listen, Mike McDaniel. I've never seen anything like this. I used to think that Chris Bosh was the best thing I've ever seen as somebody who looks like their mascot. But I've never seen a coach look so much like his city in Mike McDaniel. Got to get to that. And the great white hope for the Chiefs. We have got to get this is you thought the likes of Jason Sehorn and the likes of Sean LaChapelle and Mark Borichter and Justin Watt, Watson, or you thought those guys were great white hopes. Wait till you see this one. But I think we got to first cover the big news that happened, kind of dropped right before last night's meaningless preseason game. And that is that Chiefs Pro Bowl center, who I think is the best center in the game now that Jason Kelce's out of here, Creed Humphrey reached an agreement on a 4-year, $72 million extension, $50 million guaranteed, 18 plus per year. He has completely not just reset the center market, but blown it out the water. The next closest person is 13 per. So they just did a jump over that with Detroit center. And listen, I think there's a lot of things people are going to talk about. Is it too much? Did they pay him? Was it the right thing to do? The first thing that comes to my mind, Serta, is Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce I'm serious, man. He is seriously the unsung hero of this whole dynasty, of this whole golden era run that has the Chiefs as the gold standard over the last 8, almost 10 years. Steve, he's making $18 million a year. Travis has never made that. And not because he can't, but just because he understands, like, hey, man, I'm going to be the Tom Brady of this joint. I'm going to be the one that brings it down. And pissing George Kittle and the rest of the tight ends off in the league, pissing them off because Travis is not getting the proper value he should get. But he has made $14 million the last several years. This year is the first time he's ever made over $14 million. He's made $76 million for his career in football earnings. Creed just signed a $72 million contract. Travis Kelce has been a top 5 weapon in the National Football League and has just chilled and said, yo, man, Chris Jones, you can go and sit out and reset things. Cool. I know we keep saying, hey, Patrick Mahomes, maybe he's helped him out. Okay, but he has still been the highest paid player in the history of the sport multiple times. Travis is truly the one who is taking the pay cut. And somebody had to do it. And financially, Travis Kelce is allowing this stuff to happen. Because if Travis Kelce wanted to go and do the Chris Jones thing and say, nah, man, y'all going to pay me. I need to get my 25, 26, 27 a year, which he could get. He's been a top 5 weapon for almost a decade. But he's chilled over there, sitting over there making $14 million. Just chilling. Well, like Nico Collins is making $20+ million a year, and he ain't never seen nothing like Travis Kelce. So, like Travis Kelce is the one that comes to mind that he has become the Tom Brady of this, and just allowed the Chiefs to be able to do other things because he won't take the money he should.
And a lot's made of Patrick Mahomes' contract, and
Come on.
And as our friend from Arrowhead Pride, Jared Sapp, has pointed out multiple times, it's when you just eyeball the Mahomes contract, it looks like it's favorable for the Chiefs, but when you actually like dive into all the money, like the Chiefs are still paying him like he's one of the 5 highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. Like
every time he's got a new contract, Serta, he's become the highest paid player in the history of the sport.
It's not like, it's not this dramatic advantage and discount that it's made out to be. Like it really isn't. But Travis Kelce is. And luckily for the Chiefs, Travis Kelce's been an incredible businessman off the football field. And he obviously is making a ton of money on his podcast now. He's signing movie deals and doing all of this stuff. And
but this was happening before it, though.
Yeah. But he's been building up to all of this stuff. And thankfully, it's given the Chiefs one of the biggest competitive advantages in the sport, because he's just like, oh, I don't really care about my football money. I got so much money coming in from everywhere else. It's fine.
It's wild, man. It's wild. Like, you go look how much more money Jawan Taylor is making than Travis Kelce. It's just insane. Like, it's crazy. The amount, like, it's not even other guys. Look, guys on his team. But hey, man, he's chilling. He's chilling. Like, he is the unsung hero. All right, let's get to the Great White Hope. This Carson Steele fella, it's already starting. I saw NFL Good Morning NFL already doing a comparison to him and Mike Allstott. I've already seen it all. And this cat, he's got the look. Look at it, 42, good strong number. That long 80s wrestling hair that he is rolling out of here. It's coming out of his helmet. These white folks have already fallen in love with him. The segment of the Chiefs fans, like I said this last night when we did the post game and showing BK, like he is going to be what Dan Sorensen couldn't be. He is everything. He is. If he gets a touchdown, if he gets some sort of a weird celebration or whatever he's going to do, like these white folks are going to fall in love with Carson Steele if they already haven't. The only thing is, Serta, is Andy and Brett Veach going to allow him to continue to play the role that it looks like he has deserved to play right now? Because you have to ask yourself, yes, this is a hell of a story, but are you good with Carson Steele being your number 2 running back? And as we've talked about on here multiple times, like when you're talking about the number 2 running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco is probably going to miss some games, or at least you're going to have to use and lean on your backup running back because of how hard he runs and how hard he plays. You good? You good as a championship team with Carson Steele as your number 2? You good? You good at maybe having Carson Steele to have to play a couple of games? Listen, I've been impressed with him. He definitely deserves it over Prince and over Clyde and the guys that he has battled. But is this one where Andy and Brett sit down and say, yo, we love this kid if he's a special teamer and a fullback every once in a while? Do we love this kid if he's our backup running back? I don't know. That's the only thing. But I'm telling you, man, this cat's about to be a fan favorite.
I'm fine with it if that means that Isaiah Pacheco is going to be their clear workhorse and take like 70% of the snaps. And then you get Carson Steele in the mix as just this power back that can come in and just run people over. And Pacheco gets way more involved in the passing game than we have seen through his first 2 years of his career, which he's gotten better at over the last couple of seasons. But I still, as BK said last night, like I still think that there's a move to be made in the running back room, because I don't think that they can rely on Clyde to be that guy at this point, just depending on what's going on with him and all of his like mental issues that he's fighting through right now. And Deneric Prince just doesn't even seem like he's going to make the team at this point.
But Steve, like I look at Pacheco and I'm wondering, like Pacheco and workhorse sounds like injury. When you combine those two and say Pacheco and workhorse sounds like injury. And yes, he's gotten better in the passing game. But right now, Like, is Isaiah Pacheco your best back out of the backfield in the passing game? I don't know that I love that.
Yes.
Like, right? Like, I don't know that I love that. He's getting better at it, but I don't know if, like, all right, he's a 3-down back every time. Like, I don't know that I love that. But I'm telling you, y'all got one. I'm telling you, and listen, it's well deserved. All right, like anytime I see a black punter out there, I get proud. And you don't get many running backs. You don't get any corners. You don't get many wide receivers nowadays. They got
Cooper
the tight
DeJean.
end. They got the tight end room on lock, and now you got you a white running back. Good guy. Go ahead, man. I hope he gets a shot. All right. You got to put this up here. Look at this guy. Honest to God, look at Mike McDaniel. The shift that he has made. I mean, I remember the Mike McDaniel who first arrived in Miami. I mean, he looked like he worked as a nerd tech guy in the Bay Area. I mean, he looked like Silicon Valley. Is what he looked like. I mean, he had his polo on all the way to the top. When he would wear a suit, he looked like he was kind of uncomfortable in the suit, but he wished he really had on a t-shirt. Like he looked like a nerd Silicon Valley guy. Now he looks like a Miami kingpin, and I don't know when it's happened. And I'm serious. I've never seen a head coach of anything embody the look of his city more than Mike McDaniel does right now. I had never seen it. Those glasses, the whole look. He got a gold
going on.
Oh my God, the tannest. I mean, obviously he has some African American in his skin and in his blood, and maybe that's really peering out. But I mean, you got the gold Rolex watch rolling, half sleeves up. I mean, he looks like he's got a cigar somewhere waiting on him. I wonder, does he even realize it happened? Like, did he over the last 2 years, does he realize like he started to wear bright colors and that his hair is just kind of going like this? And now he's wearing aviators all the time instead of glass. Like, I wonder, has it happened to his family? Does his wife now look like Shakira? Is she dressing like J-Lo? Do they like, this is insane. The morph that Mike McDaniel has made in the last 2 years. I love it. I love it. But look at this guy. Look at this frickin' guy. My God.
It has been impressive to watch develop over the last couple of seasons. Like when over the last couple of years, we've seen his fashion like slowly move up. And he's talked about like, yeah, I have money now. Like I could spend money on nice things. And he's just fully embracing it. And I think we're used to like the buttoned up NFL head coaches. And he's just like this laid back guy who gives great quotes and seems like he's really positive and really supportive of his players. And he's just leaning into the lifestyle. I love it. I wish more NFL coaches would.
He is leaned all the way into it. Like, I mean, Andy has leaned into the Kansas City lifestyle, I guess. But look at
barbecue all the time.
Yes, and
Kansas City lifestyle.
Yes, we're big coats. But I mean, my man right here, man. Could you imagine? Hey, man, this cat's up here leading the meeting. Like this kid. Hey, man, why don't you come to the office real quick? Look at this guy, man. It is fantastic. Keep living your life, Mike. Keep living your life. All right. Hi, Mom. Hey, Courtney.